Yo, what up? So, I'm gonna get right into this. This video was a fucking headache to make. Like, for some odd reason, every time I'd record it, something fucked up would happen. And I'd have to re-record the whole goddamn thing, but it does not fucking matter. If you're addicted to scrolling, if you kind of hate who you are and you want to change and you can't take action towards changing, this video is going to be fucking beautiful for you. It's going to be perfect. I'm going to lay out everything I have done in my entire life to go from a weed-addicted loser who didn't do shit all day to someone who works all fucking day, works out, works on their body, takes cold showers, does 100 push-ups every single fucking day, and is consistent with it and loves it. I'm going to lay out everything I do. I'm going to tell you exactly what I do, and at the end of the video, I'm going to show you how to take action on it. How to actually do it. So, yeah, let's just get right fucking into this. Let's just do it. Let's get right into this. Beliefs. A belief is an acceptance that a statement is true or that something exists. When you believe in something, you are accepting that it's true. 100% that it is true. It's a true thing. And when you believe something is true or something's false, it's going to affect your behavior in life. So, for example, let's take someone who does not believe in COVID at all, right? They will probably just get up and go to the club, not care, even during quarantine. If they just don't believe in it, they're just not going to give a shit, right? And then say you got someone who, a complete other side of the spectrum, believes in COVID, they're scared of it, they might put two gloves on their hands, hop in their car, put 2 masks on alone and drive to work and then sanitize everything, sanitize maybe food that they're getting in, cleaning everything a lot more. Your beliefs are going to shape the actions you're taking in life. So this is the root cause of everything, is your beliefs. So, why shouldn't you believe in something even if it's real? And why delusion may improve your life? So, this is something that I've done, and some people would call it delusional, but why would I believe in something that's taking power away from me? So, for example, depression. I'm not going to go and argue with someone with a PhD about depression. Someone who's an actual doctor. Because they might shit on me and really prove that it's a real condition or disorder that is maybe caused by chemicals in the brain that, some people have. It might be hereditary, In objective truth, it could be real. Does not fucking matter. Why should you believe in it if it's going to take power away from you? So when I used to believe that depression was real for me, and I might believe it's real for other people, I don't believe it's real for me at all anymore. I believe that I can get sad. Sad shit can happen to me, but that doesn't mean I'm the type of person who's going to get depressed and stay in their room and fucking sleep all day and be sad and scroll on TikTok anymore. And the only thing I changed from going from a person who was sleeping in bed all day, scrolling all day. I remember one day I literally scrolled for like 8 to 10 hours. It was fucked, like horrible. And the only thing I changed was my belief in depression. I had been told my whole life depression was a real thing, by doctors. I had a doctor literally tell me that I had depression, severe anxiety, panic disorder. And I really listened to him. I really believed it. I even tried the medications they would give you, and they're fucked, horrible. And then I remember one day, this little bald man pops on my For You page and tells me depression is not real. And I was like, what the fuck? No, it's real. And then he started talking about, why are you defending it? Why are you defending this illness? Why are you going to defend it and say it's real when you could just do what I'm doing and be in delusion and not believe it's real? So then I was like, holy shit, what if I just convinced myself that this isn't real? He's doing it, it's working out for him, why don't I just do it for myself? So I started saying to myself, I'm not the type of person who can be depressed. I'm the type of person who can feel sad. And that's completely normal. If something horrible in my life happens, instead of me now thinking, this is going to fuck with my depression, I have depression, instead of putting this label upon me, I'm just going to be like, no, this is just a thing that happens in life. And that's it. Sad shit happens. Is it going to affect my day, my week, my months? No, it's not. It's not at all. So, another thing with delusion and belief is it's so fucking powerful. It's ridiculously powerful. So when I first started my business, something I would tell everybody, and it's kind of hilarious, is I would tell everybody, I'm so good at sales. Sales is easy as fuck. I'm the best sales guy ever. And at this point, I already convinced myself, okay, delusion actually might be able to improve my life if I use it in the right way. Obviously, you don't want to believe in fucking fairies, and shit like that. But if you can convince yourself that maybe I'm the type of person who gets up and just works out every day. And maybe you're not that type of person at that time, but if you keep saying those affirmations to yourself every day and thinking those affirmations in yourself and take the action as well, you will literally become that person. So with me, it was sales. Tell everyone I was good at sales. Oh yeah, I'm so good at sales. And it was so funny because I was shit at sales at the time. I was not good at all. And some people would tell me, you're arrogant, you're like insane. Like, why are you saying this? Like, you literally can't close a single person. And I just kept saying it. And eventually I started booking people with cold calls. Finally, you know? And then that belief started to almost manifest itself in reality. It was just incredible. So doing that also kind of pushed me forward and made me think in a different way, so that every time I would pick up the phone, it was easier to cold call. It was easier to dial in those numbers because I was like, this is easy. I can close. I can do this. This is easy. And I know this seems insane, but being that delusional, being that extreme will get you somewhere. Especially if it's in a positive way, like cold calling or working out. This guy, 106 pounds in like 3 months he lost, I believe. He went from 300 pounds to 190 pounds or something in 3 months. David Goggins is a fucking G for that. Like, it's ridiculous. And I guess people probably thought he was delusional when he just did this, you know? When he just went all in. When he was running at 4 a.m, people definitely thought he was fucking crazy. I mean, any normal person would. This guy's running like unbelievable amounts of distance in crazy conditions, but this delusion changed him into the man he is now. You know? Look at Jeff Bezos in this image. Spray paint Amazon.com on his wall, shitty desk, shit on his wall, you know, just everything's a mess. People probably thought this guy was insane at the time. I think people used to tell him the internet was a fad. Like, it was just a trend, you know? And it's like he had to really convince himself that no, it's not. This is real. And I'm going to be a millionaire. Everyone probably thought he was crazy. But that's it. And when you're doing this, when you're kind of going in this kind of delusional state of mind, it's like you're going so far against the grain, like people are going to try to drag you back down to their level. And you can never let that happen. You need to stay a little crazy. Like, if I didn't have that mindset that I was good at sales, if I told myself, oh, fuck, I'm terrible at sales. I got shit on every day. And I was just like, I'm fucking terrible. What is that going to do for me? That's going to lower my confidence. And when I actually get on a call, like an actual sales call after booking these appointments, I'm just not going to have the confidence to do it. You need to literally just blast yourself with confidence. And sometimes the best way to do that is to be a little delusional. So yeah, delusion may actually improve your life in the right context, in the right way. Like, if you do it in the right way, you know? Do not believe in garden gnomes and fairies, but believe that you're the fucking man. So yeah, diet. This changed my fucking life. If you feel like shit constantly, if you're maybe addicted to something constantly, if you feel brain fog constantly, if you literally feel like you can't focus at all, it's literally this. So first, it's beliefs. Obviously, you need to get those straight and maybe believe you're the type of person who eats good. Even if you don't, just tell yourself that every day and actually just eat good food every day, and eventually you're just going to become that person. But diet, this will change your entire fucking life. And most people, they wonder why they feel like shit. They wonder why they're quote unquote depressed. You know, they wonder why they feel brain fog and not focused. It's this. You wake up, you eat McDonald's at 9 a.m, you're going to feel like shit for the rest of the day. It's obvious. You know, the gut, this is from the National Institute of Health, I believe. The gut provides approximately 95% total serotonin for the body. That is fucked. That is insane. The happiness chemical comes from your stomach. So, if you eat like shit, you will feel like shit. That's it. You know, your body is a temple. Once you treat your body right, the mental shit will clear up. Like, it will clear up. I promise you this. And everything in this video, I want all of you guys to try if you're not doing this already. Just for a month. Try it. You might think this kid's full of shit, or dude, his confidence is way too fucking, or he just sounds like arrogant or something. It doesn't matter, bro. It's working for me. I feel better. I used to be a complete fucking loser. And you could literally go back to I think the past video, and you can like literally see what type of person I was almost in some of those images. So eat clean. This is the second thing. Fasting for focus. this will make you focus really, really well. Now, I don't really fast in the traditional sense. I'm technically breaking my fast because the only thing I really get in my body within the first 6 hours of the day is just water and lots of coffee. That's it. Yeah, it will make you focus to shit. It also is just going to kind of clean you out a little bit. I mean, if you're not just like dumping maple syrup and pancakes in your body first thing in the morning, you're probably going to feel a little better throughout the day. It's not sugar and carbs, you know? So fasting is so good. Every morning, first 6 hours of the day, don't eat, just drink a coffee, hop on this, and just try it. You're going to lock the fuck in, especially if your diet's already clean. You're going to see a lot more productivity. So when I'm fasting, the one thing I usually do to break my fast is just organic foods or fruits usually. So I usually break the fast with fruit because it just makes me feel so good. But just eating organic foods in general and nothing processed in general is just going to make you feel so good. Especially limiting sugar out of the diet. Like, I might have this problem sometimes because I still have like a decent amount of honey with my fruit, and that's technically sugar, but it's not processed sugar. You know, it's not complete shit going in your body. But organic foods, so good. Yes, they're expensive. Yes, but also now you can actually find some good places that have some good, cheap organic food. Like, every town has a little farmer's market. Sometimes they're expensive, but Trader Joe's is a fucking great option. They have really good, cheap organic food. Water fasting. So every time I fuck up, I eat something kind of shitty, something processed. You know, it happens once in a while, especially if maybe you're traveling or something. Something I like to do to completely detoxify myself is water fasting, which is basically the only thing you eat or have in your body the whole day is just water. I shouldn't say eat, you drink it, but just water. That's it. When you water fast, you're literally it's like you're clearing out your whole fucking body. Your gut is going to thank you. And you also kind of have to have a little bit of discipline with this. A lot of you fat fucks out there are going to really want to reach for that cheeseburger, really want to drive to that McDonald's, and you're just going to have to deal with it. So, yeah. It's kind of like you have to kind of self-discipline yourself, especially when you feel really, really hungry. Especially at the end of the day, it kind of sucks. But just grind through it. And the next day, you know, maybe fast for the first 6 hours, then break it with some nice fruit. Your body's going to thank you. Your mind's going to thank you a lot more too. So, yeah, there's that. So, mind and body. You need to fucking exercise. That's it. That's literally it. If you don't exercise, no wonder you feel like shit. And I don't mean one time a week for 45 minutes, twice, even 3 times a week for like 30 minutes. You need to do it almost every day. Maybe 2 days off is fine, especially if you're going really fucking hard, you need to rest, you're a bodybuilder, that's fine. But genuinely, I exercise more for my mind than my fucking body. Way more for the mental benefits. Because when you're exercising, you're pushing yourself to do something, you know? You're also releasing a lot of endorphins in your body that are going to make you feel good after. Maybe some natural energy too, if you just get it done right in the morning. It's so fucking good. You know, you're callousing your mind when you're exercising because you're pushing through something you don't really want to do. So exercise, it's going to make you feel a lot better, especially if you exercise outside in the sun. Fucking perfect. It's just going to feel so good throughout the day. Like, every day that I have a really good day and I look back on it, I'm like, okay, what made that day good? You know, usually that day has a really good fucking workout in it. Really good workout. So, exercise, please. Most of you guys, you go to school, you go into class, you stay there the whole day, and you go home, you do homework, or maybe you work a 9-to-5 job, and you go to work, and, you know, you don't say you have time for it. The biggest excuse I see is, I don't have time to work out. I fucking do 100 push-ups a day in like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, bro. Everyone has 20 to 30 minutes a day to do some exercise. You don't have to do like 4-hour workouts every day, but just getting active every day, even if it's a fucking walk. You don't have to do crazy push-ups. You don't have to do crazy pull-ups or weightlifting. Just going on a walk and being active is going to make you feel better. So a little exercise I'm going to have for you guys right now is, if you don't have money for a gym, that's fine too. Some people have that excuse. And yeah, that's completely fine. Go and exercise. If you haven't done it today, pause this video and go on a walk. Go on a walk right now outside. And if you don't do it, that's your mental resistance. That's the current version of you who doesn't want to change into the evolved version of you fighting that. Fighting it like hell. So get up, go on a walk. That's it. Or maybe if you want to fucking push it a step further, do 100 push-ups right now. Now I know that might seem like a lot to a lot of you guys, but it really is not. Like, especially if you just get consistent with doing push-ups, you can knock that out in like 30 minutes. So do it. Trust me. Then we got meditation. a lot of people are like, well, I mean, you're not really doing anything. You're just sitting there. That's the fucking point. If you can't sit and think about literally nothing besides your breath for 10 minutes every day, then how the fuck are you expected to focus and do deep work, you know? This thing, this meditation, it's almost like working out for your brain. You're not going to see any benefits after the first 3 weeks, maybe even 2 months. But after maybe the third or fourth month, the mental clarity you're going to get from this is fucked. It's ridiculous. The amount of focus is it's just unbelievable. It's such a high return on investment activity, and it takes 10 minutes out of your day to do. Everybody who's watching this has 10 minutes. Everyone. There's no fucking way you don't have 10 minutes to meditate. So, meditate. Trust me. If you feel like shit constantly, or if you feel brain fogged constantly, try meditation. Try something new. If nothing changes, if nothing changes. So you need to do something different if you've been feeling like shit for an extended period amount of time. Like an extended amount of time, you know? So either exercise or just do both, honestly. You have the fucking time of the day. Do both. Stretching. This is something I do during my breaks. Every time I want to maybe take a couple minutes off the laptop, I just go stretch. I mean, it's going to make this a lot better for you. And also a lot less painful the days after you exercise pretty intensely. You're going to feel a lot better, less sore. And it's just good for your body. Most people just never stretch, and then they just get horrible fucking back pain while working, and then, you know, they just feel like shit when they're older. So just doing it now, especially if you're younger, just do it. I mean, you don't even have to you could literally just do 20 minutes of stretching a day, 10 minutes. Or you could just do it whenever you have free time. Whenever you're not doing shit, do one of these 3 things. Literally. If you could be scrolling, do one of these 3 things. Take boring breaks from work. So, let's take an example, 9 to 5, right? You're working a 9 to 5, and you go on your 20-minute break. Most people, when they go on their 20-minute break, they fucking scroll on their phones. Even at school, every time you're at lunch, you know, you might scroll on your phone. Every time you get a break, usually people just go to TikTok, you know? And it's when you start taking boring breaks from your work, it's going to fix your dopamine. You know? This is most people watching this video right now. This is them. You know? Dopamine's fucked. Terrible diet. Unfocused. Doesn't really have a clear direction of where they want to go in life. And it's usually because, you know, every time they have any spare time, they're just on TikTok scrolling. So, take boring breaks. So, something you can do, and this is what I was doing at my 9 to 5 before I quit, as I was literally just meditating on my breaks. Or doing push-ups on my breaks. And I'm going to admit, sometimes, before I figured out about just taking boring breaks from work and how to kind of just go on almost a dopamine detox, I was scrolling. You know, I'd catch myself on the reels sometimes. And I kind of felt less drive to do a lot of shit that I had to do during the day. And once I started taking really boring breaks, even driving the car, no music, sometimes that's good for your brain. Instead of blasting high just high volume music in your face all day while you're driving, just do that. So yeah, take boring breaks from your work. It's going to make you feel a lot better throughout your day, and it's going to make the hard work you want to do or have to do a little bit easier. And then obviously don't fucking scroll. Just don't fucking scroll. Something I've done personally is I've shared my screen time password with my girlfriend, and she shared hers with mine. And say this is something you can do right now. Say you go on your phone right now, look at your screen time for TikTok. Just look at it. If you look at it and you're like, what the fuck? if it's more than an hour and you're not doing something productive on there, like posting content, and you're just scrolling on there, then text one of your friends. Everyone on here has one person they could text, mom, dad, and say, hey, I want you guys to set me a screen time password for this. Because most people don't have the self-discipline to stop scrolling. That's why people fucking scroll. So you need to put a system in place that's going to make it almost impossible for you to do it. And now it's bro, I think literally yesterday, I had 5 minutes on TikTok. And you know what I was doing on that app? Posting across 3 different accounts. So that's basically it. Stop scrolling. Share your screen time password with someone. It's going to help a lot. Mushrooms. Yeah. I know most of you guys are like, what the fuck is this kid talking about? Well, what does this have to do with anything? I'm going to go on a little tangent now about the one thing that I've used as almost as, and I'm not condoning this at all. Please do not, like, if you're watching this, most people don't do this the correct way, and they're fucking stupid. They're taking an ancient thing used by, so many different indigenous groups, and just fucking take it, go to a rave and just be retarded, or watch a movie, or hang out with stupid people all day, or the worst one of all, doing it and just scrolling. And I've seen people do that before, and it is like brain rotting. This thing can cause neurogenesis and neuroplasticity, the growth of new neurons and the strengthening of neurons. If you use this as a tool and not a recreational thing, then you can change your life. So I don't even have urges for nicotine anymore, and I don't have urges for fast food anymore, or anything like that of the sort. And the only reason those two things are completely cut from my life, I have no urges, and I know a lot of people out there probably really want that cheeseburger. They probably, they still have urges for the nicotine, Some people, after they quit Nick, 20, 30 years later, they'll have urges still. And it's like, for me, this is something I did, is I'm going to tell you literally exactly what I did to quit nicotine. And exactly what I did to stop having urges for fast food and bullshit food. So, did this, sat down, the only intention was, I want to stop this. This is at the time it was a little Chinese fucking vape toy, one of those little, like, rainbow candy, like, fucking, I don't even know what it was at the time, what nick I was smoking, but I would smoke that and I would smoke cigarettes, and the only thing that was going through my mind the entire time was, this is bad for me, the chemicals in here are going to kill me, every time I hit this, it's slowly killing me. Constantly, over and over and over, just thinking and thinking and thinking. I set an intention before this, too. Most people don't. So, I get this box of cigarettes that I had at the time. And I also researched online on how other people have done this, because people have quit nicotine and, just being an alcoholic. Some people literally quit, like, fucking being a meth addict with this. Like, it's ridiculous if you do it the right way. So, get a cigarette, light it up. Every time I took a drag, I thought, this is going to taste more like plastic, like chemicals. There's jet fuel in here. I went online, and I also was just looking at all the ingredients inside of a cigarette, like all the terrible chemicals. And I was just taking drags. Another cigarette, right? The fifth cigarette I smoked was the most disgusting thing I've ever put in my fucking body. It tasted like my mouth was coated in, like, melted plastic. It was just so bad. So, what's it called? After that experience, I tried nicotine again. And it was hell. It gave me a fucking migraine for the entire day. Like, the worst migraine of all time. Every time I smoke Nick now, if I even try to, I tried a Zyn one time because some other entrepreneurs were, like, recommending it to me. Migraine, whole day, felt like shit, nauseous, I can't. I don't even have an urge for it anymore. At all. Zero urges at all. So, you can use this as a tool. And then fast food. Did this. Went to the supermarket. Looked at the back of all the things I was eating on a regular basis. Researched what those chemicals can do to your body. Right? Saw all the diseases and disorders it can do to your body. Really looked into it. Really ingrained in my mind that this fucking little candy can give me, like, a cancer, if I keep doing it for long enough. Really started thinking about my body as a temple. It needs to be treated correctly, Because, like, you need to do that to improve. So, I started doing that. Started looking, I went home, I looked through everything in my cabinet, started looking at all the stuff I was eating on a daily basis, and just was disgusted. And ever since that moment, I have not had a single urge for McDonald's. And then I would hang out with people, and they'd be like, "Oh, let's go get a Big Mac," and I'd be like, "That's disgusting." That is and I watch them eat it, and I'd just be, like, disgusted, like, repulsed, like. And dude, before that experience, I was a fuckface. Okay, I used to eat Freddy's steak burgers and McDonald's and a lot, and it was not fucking good. And then now it's literally just organic, clean food, coffee, honey, fruit. It's been like that for months on end at this point now. And then this is the one I can actually say the name of, Lion's Mane. This right here And now, some of you guys might think this is like placebo effect. I actually found some really good improvements from taking this. Just with memory and concentration and just deep focus. So what I do for 6 hours a day, wake up, start brewing my coffee, put a little bit of this in it, a little bit of mushroom powder, and then just drink it, and it makes me feel even more focused, even more on top of the caffeine. It's great. So I'm always gonna recommend this to anybody. So yeah, and yeah, it's great. There's one thing that's kind of a bad side effect of taking this, and it's if you take too much, you will itch. Like, fuck, you'll itch crazy. So, I was a dumbass. I took, like, 6 Lion Mane's pills, because I was like, I'm gonna fucking focus more. And no, I just itched like a motherfucker the whole day. I was just itchy. And it just kind of sucked. So, take a responsible, like, just don't be a dumbass like me, okay? Just take a little bit of this. But, it's gonna really help you focus. And, yeah. And then this one, I'm just talking about it because it has a lot of good benefits, and I'm not telling anybody to go out and just try this on your own. But if you already have experience with this, or you're already just going to do it either way, no matter what, set an intention, hang out with good people, think about a problem you need to solve, and don't do stupid shit. Don't fucking do it in your greasy ass apartment. Go out into the woods and think about these problems. Genuinely. Like, you're gonna fucking feel so good. Okay, taking action. So, I basically have told you guys exactly what you need to do at this point. You know? Meditation, sleep, exercise. Everyone knows to do that shit now. You know? You've seen it. How to fucking actually do it. You know what you need to do, so now you have to do it. How are you gonna actually take action? And how are you gonna stay consistent? Let's get into it right now. So, Soldier in the General. I have to give a lot of credit. This guy named Charlie Morgan. Alright? You guys do not know who this guy is yet. After this vid, literally just type in on YouTube, Charlie Morgan, watch his shit. Especially if you're in the social media marketing space. Sauce. The best dude on YouTube, in my opinion. There's no other guy out there who gives out as much value as he does. I'm gonna get there eventually, but he's just the best guy in this space. That's it. So, he taught me in a little YouTube video I watched called Trial by Fire. You can also look it up. So good for taking action and killing your current self. Is he talks about this soldier and the general. So the general is your mind, the soldier is your body. The puppeteer is your mind, the puppet is your body. You need to be able to control your fucking body when it wants to do something. Most people can't. Most people, they scrolling on Instagram, they see a hot girl, they go to incognito immediately. You know? Most people, they want to get on a diet, but then they really smell that good cheeseburger, and then their bodies just really want it. Or maybe they're doing something that is really high intense and really mentally resistant, like just doing a bunch of push-ups or doing a cold shower, and their body really is kicking up a fight and does not want to fucking do it at all, really wants to get out, and they cave in. And they give up at, instead of doing 1,000 push-ups, they give up at fucking like 400, you know, or some stupid shit like that. Or maybe they're in the cold shower for 30 seconds and they just get out. They can't do it, you know? Their body just is like, I'm done. How do you control your body? Action stack. When you are doing something mentally resistant, you need to push it a little bit harder, especially if the resistance is kicking up. So, say you're push-up number 80, or page 80 in a book. Or say you've just stepped into the cold shower, and the cold's hitting you in the fucking face, right? And you really, 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 really do not want to be in there. Your body doesn't want to do the rest of the push-ups, you don't want to read the rest of the book. Do 150 push-ups. Just a little more action. Each time. Each time your body kicks up a fuss. You're in the cold shower, you want to get out? Set a timer for 10 minutes. Your body's going to be like, oh, fuck. Every time I start kicking up a fuss, this guy's going to make me do more work that I don't want to do. And eventually, the soldier is going to be like, I'm not going to kick up a fight anymore. I'm just going to give in. I'm just going to do what he tells me to do. And you're going to feel a lot less mentally resistance towards doing hard shit. Action stacking is so fucking good. Every time I'm in the cold shower, and my brain is telling me, I fucking hate this, I want to get out, it sucks. And it's usually like that every single time. Set a good timer for 5 minutes. Or just sit there in that cold water and think to myself, this is my current self who's thinking these thoughts. This is my current self who doesn't want to become the evolved version of me. And now I can see you, I can feel you. You're there. And you're not going to leave this cold shower. You're going to fucking stay in there. So, yeah, soldier in the general, you want to be able to control your body. You know? So most of these high level dudes, say a really, really high intense bodybuilder, right? Or just literally someone who just works all day in deep focus, you know? They tell their body to do something and it just does it. It just does it. Like, they're like, yo, you're gonna go to the gym for 4 hours today. Your body's like, all right. It's used to it, you know? It's used to that type of work. Or, you know, say someone who just wants to sit on the computer and work all day. They're like, okay, the mind tells their body, hey, you're gonna work today all day, and the body just does it. And it's because of action stacking. Pushing it a little bit more. Telling the body, hey, if you resist, you're gonna do a lot more fucking work. Now, obviously, do not take this to an extreme. Please don't get to push up 80 and be like, oh, I don't want to do this, and be like, okay, you're gonna do 500 more push-ups right now, especially if you've never done that before, because your body, eventually, it's gonna fucking fight back it's gonna fight back really, really, really hard, and it's not gonna be fun, and that's when you hit burnout, basically. And just don't do that. It's not good. So yeah, soldier in the general, action stacking, fucking perfect. So combining habits where the nature of one habit starts another. Basically, you want one habit. Yeah, you just want one habit to start another habit. So for me, I wake up, I do my 100 push-ups. After my 100 push-ups, I'm obviously sweaty, right? So then I just go into a cold shower. After the cold shower, I just get out and I meditate, because after the cold shower, I feel a lot more mentally clear. A lot more mentally clear, you know? So it's almost like you want to combine your habits together, so when you do something and you kind of miss the second thing, you feel weird. So it's like getting out of the shower and brushing your teeth immediately after. You know, you do that every day, and then say one day you hop out the shower and you're kind of rushing, right? And you just run out the shower and you just go in your room, and you start getting your clothes on, and you're like, oh, something feels off. It's because you didn't brush your teeth. It's because those habits are now combined together. So it's like when you combine two habits together, it's almost going to feel unnatural if you don't do the second one. So one good thing is maybe putting a little bit instant coffee in a coffee cup and putting it out on your counter every night. So you wake up, boom, it's already ready. You just pour the water in, you're good. One habit stacking to another, you know? Or a good one is like, right before I sit down to meditate after the cold shower, I'll put a book in front of me. And then I'll start meditating right when I open my eyes, because at the end of the guided meditation I'm doing, it says like, open your eyes, like what do you feel, what do you see? And it's like, I open my eyes, I feel good, and then I see this book in front of me, and the work is already just in front of me, it's right there. So then I just take out my headphones and just open the book, start reading for a little bit, and yeah, it's fucking great. So this will really, it almost will make it so your action taking will kind of be on autopilot almost, which is really good for some people. This is a little hack right here that you guys can use. And then the third thing, this is the best thing for taking action, is, and obviously you don't need this to take action. This is going to apply to not that many people. It might apply to a lot of people, actually. I don't really know. So get fucking angry. Sadness is the most useless, like being sad is the most useless thing in the fucking world. When is being sad ever gotten you anywhere? When is being quote unquote depressed, laying in your bed, scrolling, when does that actually push your life forward? It never has. I found in my 19 years of being alive that it is easier to convert a negative emotion into another negative emotion. So you can convert sadness into anger way easier than you can convert sadness into happiness. Same with happiness or excitement into happiness, you know? Those are kind of closer to each other, so it's good. It's easier to kind of, go from one to the other. But anytime you're sad about something, you can get angry about it. You just have to frame it correctly. A parent dies. You could be sad or you could be mad. You could just be fucking angry. Your parent died, you know? That's horrible. Or financial issues. Say you lose a bunch of fucking money. You know, say you lose your job. You could be sad about it, or you could just get angry about it. It's always how you frame it. And when you're angry about something, you have energy. You're fucking ready to go. You're pissed, you know? And if you are able to control that energy into meditating, into taking maybe a cold shower, into doing push-ups or just exercising and just pushing it through in that way, and you're able to control your anger, anger is beautiful. Anger is the best thing in the fucking world. It is unlimited motivation. A lot of people say, how do you have the motivation to do this shit? I don't fucking have any motivation to do a lot of this shit. Most of the time. Most of the time, I just think about something that gets me pissed off, and then I just get to work. And then after that, I feel so good. But, you know, it's like a lot, bro, you're never gonna have motivation to, you know, stick with a business for years and years and years, especially if you're not making any profit. You're never gonna have motivation to go to the gym for 3 weeks, and, you know, after those 3 weeks, you look the exact fucking same. You know, you're not gonna have a lot of motivation, you know, after a while. So you need to create motivation, and getting angry is one great way to create motivation, especially if you have like trauma, something horrible happening in your past. Get fucking mad about it. Think, I don't deserve that. I never deserved that shit. Why the fuck did it happen to me? And use that anger, use that as fuel to power everything you're doing. But also, you need to be able to control it. Because if you can't control your anger, you're just going to fucking shoot up a mall or something. Like, get angry, but really, really, really control it. So only get angry when you really need to. When you really don't want to do those push-ups, think about something that happened to you that was horrible, and just get fucking mad. And just get down on the ground and fucking do it. So I'm going to give you guys a quick story. When I first started this whole fucking journey of self-improvement, right? I couldn't do a goddamn push-up. Yeah, I couldn't do one fucking push-up. It was horrible. I tried one day in my room. I was Skull Addict, and I remember, I think I saw something kind of motivational, and I was just like, I'm going to try to do a push-up, you know? I couldn't do one. And then I went to the mirror in my bathroom, and I looked at my skinny ass, sad, I think I was bald at the time, bald self, and I just was like, I'm a fucking mess. Like, this is fucked. I feel fucked. Like, I can't do a single push-up. I'm a teenager, and I can't do fucking a goddamn push-up. What the fuck is wrong with me? I started getting pissed. I was like, I can't do one fucking push-up. So then I went back to my room, and I fucking pushed as hard as I fucking could on that goddamn ground. As hard as I could, and I got one up. And I was like, holy shit. And then the next day, I was like, what if I just think about something that's getting me really mad, and I just try another one? And then I think the next day I got like 3 out or something. I got way more than the first, because I'm gonna be honest, I was 100 pounds at the time. I was super light. I looked bad. I looked really fucked. And you could see my ribs and everything. It was not okay. So the next day I did some more. Next day I did some more. And eventually I just started doing a little bit of push-ups each day. And I would tell myself, I'm gonna do push-ups each day. And I would do it. And I would tell myself I would do it. And I would do it. And it started building my confidence slowly but surely. And the only way I started that, the only way I broke out of the system that I was in, that I kept doing every fucking day, you know, was I just got mad at myself. I got angry at the situation I was in. I didn't get sad, like, oh, I'm a loser, I'm skinny, I'm gonna go, everything sucks, and just go back to bed and scroll. What would have that done for me? It wouldn't have done shit. It wouldn't have done anything. You need to get fucking mad. Anger is fucking great. Use it wisely, though. So, yeah, that's basically the video. I want everyone to fucking take action. Everyone. If you're not meditating, and you're watching this, and you have never meditated before, you're gonna pause this video right now, and you're gonna meditate for 10 minutes. Now, what if you're like, I don't know how to meditate? Sit there and focus on breathing. Focus on the feeling of air going in and out of your nose. 10 minutes. No daydreaming, nothing else. Meditate. Okay? Want you to fucking meditate. Take action. Take action, please. So, if you're not exercising and you're watching this video, I want you to go minimum 25 push-ups right now. That anyone can fucking do that. I mean, maybe if you're like super obese and you're watching this, instead of doing that, go on a walk right now. If you can't do a push-up right now, you need to do something. You need to take action and change something. Because if you're not going to change anything, you're going to stay the same fucking person you were, you know, in the past for the rest of your fucking life. You're going to just stay the same. It's horrible. So do something. Change. Go on a walk. If you can't do a push-up, go on a walk. You know? But yeah, that's basically it. I want everyone to take action right now. Meditate for 10 minutes. And do 25 push-ups. Minimum. Or go on a walk. Do something different. Break out of the system that you're already in. So yeah, that's basically it. Really hope you guys liked this video. This basically, everything I do, I just told you guys. Eat clean, Meditate, exercise, get angry when I need to, combining habits, killing my current self, treating it like, soldier in general. So yeah, that's basically it. Really hope you guys liked it, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next vid.